One of our crazy tattoo artist case studies was Casper. Now, he went from around 2K a month and around only 800 followers in a new city to over 10K a month and over 7,000 followers. Now, I'm gonna walk you guys through the process that we took him through using our case method and actually how we did it so you're able to do it for yourself. So the process that we took through was first identifying what's his specialty, how does he wanna grow and be known in his local area. Now, because he was new to the area, he didn't really have any clientele. Sure, he had some people, but there's no real, I would say, growth levers that he could easily pull. So we had to build them. Now, the first thing we took him through was content, which is C in the first part of our case method. Now, content, what that is gonna do is build the authority and trust that we talked about in the beginning, because he didn't really have any. He needed to develop that for himself. And so we found his style, his strategy. We broke it down. We had 4 different styles he should focus on. Now, he really didn't even follow it because our acquisition side of the back end, which I'm gonna get through, was so strong that he really actually hardly created a lot of content. It was more about how to position himself within the market that he was in to grow. The next part of this is the advertising piece. Now, this is the acquisition system that I just talked about, because what we're doing alongside the content, building that authority and trust, we need to have some type of acquisition system to consistently and repeatedly get new people coming to his page. And because he only had around 800 followers, he had no trust. He had no authority, no presence, no strength to say why they should work with him. So we had to build that. And we focused on giving value. We focused on building structure within the marketplace for his style, which allowed him to get new local followers coming to see his page, to see his portfolio every single day. And not just new followers, but new local followers, new people that are actually leads. These are people that can work with them. And so as we continue to build it, obviously we went from 800 to 7,000, the presence got stronger. The clients got better, the marketing got even better, because over time, he didn't have to worry about where his next client was gonna come through, which in the next process we're gonna tell you is how we close those new followers into booked appointments through our sales piece. Now, our sales piece is a systemized process that took those new followers, closing them in the DMs, connecting with them, because at his level, DMs were the best way. It was the best way to quickly build rapport, quickly build trust, and then authority through booking them in for a deposit, and then of course coming up and getting the tattoo. And we provided our DM closing system to take those new followers and close them in the DMs, because he didn't have to then think of every time what to say in the DMs. He had the structured process A to Z, from talking with them in the beginning, building that trust rapport, building that relationship, all the way to the close. Now, some people weren't ready to get a tattoo, but the way we had the structure in the sales, people were excited to connect with him in the future, in the next week or two, in the next month, because he didn't sound salesy. He sounded like another friend, another person that just wants the best for their tattoo. And so if they were waiting on it or they're looking to get a better design, they're gonna wait and then come back to him, because the way we built the structure in the sales was able to do that. And real quick, going back to the advertising piece, the reason we had them go directly to follows instead of direct to message is because the authority was not there yet. If you have 10,000, 15, 20,000 followers, I completely concur with going directly to DM. Like, testing that out, run it. If it doesn't work, go direct to follow. Because what you have to understand is the customer's buying behavior. Are they gonna book in a $1,500, $2,000 with an artist that has 800 followers? Probably not. So our advertising system for him at his level was getting people to follow his page, to build that trust, to build that authority. We didn't do discounts, we didn't do coupons to get his monthly income up faster. That would hurt his reputation, and we did not want him to do that. We're going for a long-term play here. And if we're doing discounts, if we're doing coupons, people in their minds subconsciously are gonna say, that artist is low quality. That artist, I don't really wanna work with them long-term. They're not really an artist I would go to long-term for like high-end pieces, just because they're doing coupons, discounts. I can see it as like a way to like, okay, I'll come in there for a quick discount. They're new artists, I'll test them out, and then I'll go back to my regular. That's fine if you wanna do discounts, if you wanna be that person, but we don't focus on that. We focus on building that luxury presence. We focus on developing an authority with each new person that comes through, with each new follow. So that's why we built the acquisition system the way we did. Now, the final piece ties it all together. And it's the most important because it's what enables you to go from, oh, okay, this is doing okay, to, oh my gosh, this is crushing. And it's the effort part. Because we can only do so much for you. And you have to understand that. We build out the acquisition system. We build out the content strategy. We build out the sales piece. We build out your unique positioning. But if you're not putting in the effort as well, if you're not constantly connected with new clients, if you're not doing the highest level of work you can, then we're not a good fit. And if you want to see for yourself how much we actually value each of our clients we work with, click down below. And if you want to be a part of that partnership, that connection with us, then put in the effort. Click down below to see if you qualify. Whether you're above 10K a month or below 10K a month, we'll meet you where you're at.